Hello and good morning to all of you wonderful villagers, adventurers, and travelers out there. My name is Cherney, and it is wonderful to bring you back in to Mountain Shade Village. Thank you so much for the coffee this morning. Heck, we have had 2 days already. You can't tell because day number 1 is being day 31. But we've got a fresh sour face for this morning. Today is the 4th, which puts us back with a watermelon sour. Thank you very much for filling the coffee bar. It said someone refilled the coffee bar, but I know what happened. Also, thank you to Leak Prism, the answer to the ultimate question for life, the universe, and everything. 42 heckin' months with a tier 1 potion at your side. Thank you so much for your continued support here in Mountain Shade Village. I greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you for wanting to spend your time here, share some love and some vibes here in Mountain Shade Village. And I want to say a quick thank you to World Anvil, supporting me for a little bit here, helping to make ends meet and make it plausible for me to continue to be here as a full-time content creator. So thank you very much to all of you for making it possible for me to be here on this very, very early Sunday morning. My goodness. What is happening? Oh, I left one of my water bottles. And now it must be yeet over there. It was like under my feet. And I was like, there's nowhere for me to put my feet. Unacceptable conditions. But we are here. Yes, I did in fact refill my coffee. So thank you for the coffee to celebrate my fresh cup of coffee. I appreciate it. And congratulations to Leaked Prism being here first to light the speaker's fire this morning. And Nob for battling alongside me in the absolutely ridiculous Gartic round that we had this morning. Rip. It was way too hard for a Sunday morning. Gartic does not care. Gartic is unfeeling. But thank you to you lovely folks out there for being here, for making Sunday morning a thing. Do we like Sunday morning? I feel like it's definitely more European friendly, right? I'm here a little bit earlier. Every so often I think about starting again at 8 o'clock. I used to start at 8 o'clock for my streams. All of my streams used to start much earlier than they do now. My hair dried weird. I like double shampooed my hair this morning, and so now it's super soft, but it like dried weird, and it's got an attitude this morning that does not vibe for me. Ugh. Hiya, noob! Good morning. Welcome in. So, thank you again for the donation over on Ko-fi. Thank you very much. We are making a pretty good start on the month so far. So, let's get this candy going here. I'm not ready for this. This is so early. 2 hours earlier than we normally do. I'm procrastinating. I'm procrastinating because I'm nervous. This is so much sour. It's so early in the morning, but we're ready. We're ready. Not even put together yet this morning. I know, it's so early. Hence, I started 2 p.m. my time on a Saturday. I started when you started at 8 your time. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Leaked Prism. Taking the guidance from my previous start time. You are waiting for more people to be here as live witness. Maybe. I don't know how many people get up at, relative 8 a.m. on a Sunday, but I'm here. And I don't know how many of you saw, you know what? We can do this before we do the sour face. We'll do this. Because the real thing here, barely managed that on a weekday. I get that. I have been an early riser for a lot of my life. So I reconditioned my getting up to just about any time now. I still object to the being awake about the same, no matter what time of the clock it is. But this is what my week looks like this week. Y'all. This is what my week looks like. I have some extra shifts with the second job this week, which is good because that helps make ends meet. But it takes up the bulk of my week. Thankfully, I had time to squeeze a stream in Monday night. And I don't have the second job on Friday this week, so I had time to squeeze a shift in for stream on Friday. But like, I barely have time to like make and eat dinner this week. Just because I don't like going full weeks without getting to see you guys. And I wanted to make sure that we got at least some streams in. But, you know, there was only so many times that I could figure out where to do that. So this week's schedule looks very strange, but at least we've got some streams, and that means that I get to spend some time with you guys, and we'll make the best of it, you know? We'll make the best of it. I am thankful that I am still able to be here and stream, because there is the ever-present looming concern that I am going to have to just quit and go find a third job and replace everything, because it's a wild time. This economy is wild, and trying to make a living as an entertainer is difficult. And I don't take that lightly. So I appreciate you guys more than I can say. I try to make sure that I am both verbalizing that gratitude and living up to that gratitude, because you guys are absolutely amazing and you make it possible for me to be here at all. But I can't communicate the value that brings to my life, that you guys make it possible for me to be here. I cannot overstate that. So thank you guys very much for all of your support with your time and effort and monetary donations, because that, you know, I can't understate that without you guys I wouldn't be here at all. So thank you guys very much for all of that. But yes, I do get to hang out with you guys on Wednesday and Thursday nights. We've got Ferret Business on Wednesday. We got Solidarity Sprints on Thursday. And we've got Sword Art Online on Saturday, along with the Saturday afternoon cartoon block. So lots of stuff going on. League Prism, I wish that had been the case for me. Woke up at 8, could not sleep, walked around for an hour, sat down and passed out for 3 hours. I woke up way too early this morning, could not get back to sleep. If I had passed out in my chair, I think it would have been a benefit. Then after the nap, brain was like, I don't need to do stuff. Why do stuff? No do stuff. Brains are silly, aren't they? Brains are so silly. But, all right. I procrastinate no longer. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this Village Well, y'all. Not Village Well. Sour Face. See? I don't have Village Well. I haven't refilled the bottles yet. Unfortunately. I need to do that. But it is time for the Sour Face. So let's head back over here. And we're gonna do this Sour Face. You guys know the drill, though. I cannot survive the Sour Face without your help. I gotta see some emotes in chat. So drop your favorite emotes in chat, and we are gonna do this watermelon sour face bright and early on this Sunday morning. All right. That one was a little less sour than others have been, but it was definitely more difficult because even though it was less sour, it was aerated. There were air holes in it, and that made it harder to get the sour off of it. Ah! Oh, goodness gracious. We did it, though. We got it. I am now soured. I'm very awake for the sake of the sour. And now it's time for some Baldur's Gate. Some nice, relaxing, definitely no consequences Baldur's Gate. There we go. Alrighty. We are just barely into Act 2. Yes. Echo, have you seen the videos of like people's cats watching the opening title on TVs, and they'll chase the little rats across the bottom of the screen? Very cute. It makes me so happy. Okie dokie. We were gonna do long rest. I need to clear some of the stuff out of my pack here. Alright, we've got... Dang it. I wish I could, like, change my inventory so that I could have A be open on a what you doing on a pouch instead of transfer. What is this? This might be worth giving to Shadowheart. Bludgeoning weapon. Alright, we now have 2 broken moon lanterns. No idea what we can do with them. I keep carrying this idol of Selûne with me. Because I am convinced that there will be something to do with it, and I don't know what it will be. Oh, I have way less fancy arrows than I thought I did. Fascinating. This is the... junk pouch. Here's my magic weapons. And jewelry. And weapons. Where's my books? Here's my books. All of the books. Alright. I have no idea what is going to happen next. I feel like something is going to happen, though, when we take a long rest here. You know?
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing. Saving those people in the grove.
It wasn't even a choice. They needed my help. I did what I could, but I'm not sure they'll survive out there on their own. It was a waste of time. I regret it now. I didn't do it for them. The goblins were in my way, so I killed them. I do think that if in this position, Greyfork would absolutely have doubts, but I think that he would be more altruistic in his response. It wasn't even a choice. They needed my help.
Not everyone would have helped.
The hurt runs deeper than she's willing to show you.
What is it? Are you all right? Focus! Don't you dare drop my protection! Say nothing. What is it?
The voice of the Absolute. Stronger this time. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through.
I don't like that there was a failed save there. It's very annoying.
Ah, finally they stir. True adventurers get up with a lark, I always say. But if there are larks to be found in these lands, they must fancy themselves akin to nightingales. Come, come, up you both stand. I, for one, am dying to find out what's for breakfast.
Elminster.
Right. You see,
He's a piece of work, isn't he?
Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
You were sent here as an actual divine messenger. I'm surprised she sent you in the first place after Gale's debacle. What message and what charge would that be? Speak fast then, for none of this pertains to me. You were sent here as an actual divine messenger?
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
I like the chain that Elminster is wearing. I feel like there's something to be said for decorative magic items beyond just magical rings or necklaces. And especially when you're dealing with classes that don't wear armor, having something like a chain of office would be a great option to utilize a magic item, equipment slot for magical boon that otherwise would go unused, right? I like that a lot as a possibility. Brain faster than fingies? Go zoom! Brain go zoom! Welcome back, Nod Knob. If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention. Even the gods know. Why are we facing these threats alone? You wouldn't happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps? If even the gods know, why are we facing these threats alone?
They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes
Sure they do.
the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy.
I don't.
You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive.
Which is why I am
threatens
asking.
all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you.
I thought he was dropping the
with
frills
its
of his speech.
destruction.
To be fair,
It's
this is
Mistress
much
belief
less frilly than when we first
that
met him.
only you can.
Gale alone? How so?
The all.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
It's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this. We'll be rid of both the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win! Yeah. I'm not keen on the sacrifice yourself for the greater good of everyone. Especially if it's just an explosion. Yeah, I probably wouldn't honk just because. So Nom Nom's question is, what are you supposed to do when you are driving past a peaceful protest that you are in support of? Beep? Nothing? In this situation, you aren't able to stop and join the protest. So my thought on that is that because of how much recent years have brought around people trying to incite violence at peaceful protests, this is your reminder to not touch the pallet of bricks that showed up at the protest location. My thought is that you probably don't want to honk a bunch because any enforcement that might be there on site is likely to kind of be on edge and be kind of on a trigger to jump into action if something is happening. If you are close enough to protesters that they can like see into your car, waving a thumbs up or like waving at them might be a viable thing that you can do as you go by. If you don't have a signage like up in your car or something like that. But I am definitely the type to err on the side of caution and say don't honk, because the inevitable enforcement in the area is likely to take it the wrong way. Normally I would say, yeah, like a quick beep of the horn isn't a bad thing, because I've been a member of an organization that will participate in picket lines and strikes and protests and things like that, and it hasn't been a problem in the past, but given the climate now, I wouldn't recommend it anymore. I don't know. Do we say monstrous or do we say you can't forescale? We do want to kind of let Gale talk for himself. Though I am generally opposed to the sacrifice yourself and you'll be rewarded by the divines hereafter.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the absolute, and for your sacrifice you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Italion thras annas dithra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Oh, you can trust him to blow himself up, but you can't trust him to take care of himself. I see how it is. On my honor, it shall be done.
On my honor, I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Basically,
Farewell,
yes.
Elminster.
Gale
I'm
Gale
glad she
is the
chose
orc
you.
carrying the torch.
Where lies your guilt?
Waning moon.
What's going on here? Were you just talking to a corpse? Not many people out here in the darkness. Ready yourself for a fight. What's going on
You
here?
walk in the darkness unafraid. How curious. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
Depends. Who murdered this woman?
She is not the victim. Nay, she is the perpetrator. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her, and to this day her victims lie unavenged.
She's dead. How much more can she pay? I doubt you're here out of the goodness of your heart. It sounds like she must be punished thoroughly. Greyfort is kind of unbelieving for things like this, so I think I'm going to stick with the first
Death
option here.
is not the end, merely another beginning. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
Why would you do that?
My reasons are of no consequence.
I don't think that's
Your
true.
soul sparks with justice, with fortitude. This is your chance to bring a murderer to justice, to avenge her victims. Will you take it?
We know nothing about this situation, including the situation of her death. We know that he has the ability to speak with the dead. What must I do?
thank you, as do those who died by her words. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Yeah, he sounds altruistic. All right. Let's see here. I have Mage's Friend. I have Invisibility. Voice of the Circle. Somebody had... Aha! Will has Speak with Dead. And has it equipped. tempting to talk with her. Also, how is it that I automatically stumbled into this cutscene? Because I was far enough away from him when I went into camp. Not sure what happened there. All right, map. Where are we going?
I thought so.
Camp in the shadow. Where is our egress to the next zone? Over here. Okay.
Do not look at me like that.
Oh, he's talking to his raven.
We make our own destiny now.
So dramatic.
We will leave soon enough. No, not until we've dealt with that.
All right. We need to go back this way. Oh, this one didn't get searched. For some bark. I love the idea that I'm sneaking with a lit torch. It's just... Will, why? Why did you get yourself in the vines, my guy? Oh yes, he's got rotten food on him. This looks interesting. I could have sworn that I had a necklace of speak with animals as well. So that I didn't have to use the potions all the time. But it seems not. Will, what is this helmet that you're not wearing? Did I just never change your equipment? Dude! Why? Dexterity saving throws +1 seem helpful, but the wisdom saving throws would also be useful. Hard to say. Hard to say.
What to do?
Alright, well. Which one was my potions? Is it this one? Yes. Animal speaking. Huzzah. I didn't want all of them. I just wanted to drink one of them. There we go.
That dead bird's been corrupted by the shadows. Would be wise to leave it alone.
Aw. Rags? Anything else of interest over here? It's a little tempting to speak with Dead. With the Raven. Because I have a feeling that if we speak with it, we're gonna end up in a fight. But also, it's a white raven, like the one used by He Who Was. What do you think, y'all? Should we get Will's pendant and give it a shot? Since I can speak with animals and speak with the dead. No speak if no fight? I mean, I'd like to not fight, but I have a feeling that... I mean, I don't really want to fight, but in theory, we'll get experience for it. All right, we got a bunch of different
This
directions.
place is protected. Must be the refuge the Harpers spoke of.
For a warm bed and full stomach, look no further. Welcome to the Last Light Inn.
All right. So, the Last Light Inn. House in Deep Shadows. What is that? Moonrise Towers. The Ledger. Oh my god, are we gonna have to come all the way back here? You know what I'm noticing, though? We have yet to see a map teleportation sigil.
No shadows here. Something must be keeping it at bay.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. He's with me.
Come.
That was straightforward.
Jahira!
Just this once, I wish people would simply say hello. Yeah, that feels pretty accurate. Did you hear it, is it? I'm Taylor Greyford. I assure you none of this is necessary. You have to you have until the count of 5 to let me go. Or, Bard, how uncouth. Legends led me to expect better of the noble Jaheira. I like 1 and 4. I will put it up to a vote. But that was good. That's hilarious. I do enjoy that this game allows you to be quippy. I appreciate that because I feel like that's something that I look for in in my TTRPG experience. I like that it's available to me in this video game. I do appreciate the Bard's option though. Like, I know who you are. Why are you doing this? You know. The Bard options for dialogue are really pretty great. I like them a lot. Just once, I wish people would simply say hello.
Hello.
Amazing. Perfect. Easy. Give me a chance to earn your trust. I saved your soldiers, and this is the thanks I get. Could you at least explain to me why you're doing this? Back off now. I feel like 3 is a little inflammatory. But I also feel like 1 is going to be seen as beguiling. I'm not sure that there's a good way out of this.
You're about to. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Rage against the vines. I am not a true soul.
Stop!
Welcome in, Tipsy.
What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved 2 of my friends. One from a harpy, and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss about thieving either. I pretty much trust him with my life.
A true soul with a mind of his own? How is that possible?
I like that Maul is the one to defend us. That's fantastic. For anybody who doesn't remember, Maul was the leader of the young tieflings, like, kid gang. And was the one that we did a couple of things for. But was like the like kind of aloof around us to start. Because of this artifact, I work in mysterious ways. You'll just have to take my word for it or attack. Sure. Let's show people we've got this powerful artifact. Why not?
What in the hells is that thing?
So far it's been a lifesaver. Here's hoping you agree. Your guess is as good as mine. Knob knob, thank you for the clip. Tell Jaheira everything you know about the artifact, which is precious little.
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here?
To destroy the Absolute in its lair, Moonrise Towers. I just want to find a cure for the parasite in my head. Moonrise Towers is my only lead. I'm here on holiday. My intentions are my own. Have we really picked up the let's destroy the Absolute? I think we might have. We might have picked up that banner. Sure.
Then you found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Polite.
Damon might be looking around here, right?
That's a good point.
Don't be shy.
No time to dally.
Will you? Why? There we go. All right. Karlak has things to say.
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira.
She lives in the city, right? You know her? Yeah, the Jaheira almost sliced a pack of sicked a pack of Harpers on us.
It's this voice from beyond. Self-care for
Thank you for the self-care trifecta, Apollo. Ugh. Baldarian, which is our background, allows us to recognize her.
So you know the whole story? Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
I love that Karlak gets so excited.
Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Ugh. How is break time, Apollo? Hopefully it is good.
Good to see a friendly face.
Jaheira seems sure of you. I hope she's right. This barricade might keep the shadows out, but it won't help against what's already inside.
Fair.
This is heavy.
I think it's staring out into the dark so much as doing something to my eyes.
Our asses. Never thought I'd see the day Jaheira shows mercy to a true soul. Or whatever it is you are.
If Jaheira trusts you, I trust you. But I'll be damned if a bug brain doesn't creep me out.
I mean, creeps me out too, my guy.
He better be, or I'm a dead man walking.
And I'm the one who has to live with it in my head. Not a big fan. I wonder if somebody's made a world anvil for Baldur's Gate yet. That could be interesting. All of the accumulated knowledge.
Please, I just want to be alone.
Why are you crying?
It's Dennis. He's gone. Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. Said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. Martin Dahl, Roshan.
How did you manage to get away?
I've always been good at running. Unlike Dennis, I didn't realize one day our lives would depend on it. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you can bring him back. Can you?
I'll do my best to find him, but I can't promise anything.
It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me.
This is one of the things that I find most interesting about this game, is the way that you can find these little offshoot side quest items that are just sprinkled out in the world. There's something about the way Larian applied that to the world that's really fascinating to me.
Just another crate.
Because, you know, ultimately a lot of RPGs have similar builds where if you look around enough, you'll find a bunch of side quests.
Jaheira. I'm on duty.
But there's something about the way Larian put people into the space.
That's curious.
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
It's interesting. And I don't know if it's something necessarily replicable. But I am intrigued to see if it is. Alright, we will send this to camp.
Hey, Shannon! Let's say hi!
Lots of people here. Another oil barrel.
Looks like that odd ox made it through the shadows.
Who remembers the oxen from the druid camp?
No, incapable.
Incapable of what?
Not for you to know.
You're a rare breed, an authentic red-backed river ox. I thought you'd be more discerning. Aw, come on. Now you've piqued my curiosity. Persuasion is definitely going to be higher for us than nature is. We're basically making a flat roll with nature. Persuasion, we get a +9. Voice of the circle. And guidance. Oh, come on. 7. Still made a success, but...
Well, come close. Your mind to mine. Are you satisfied?
Those are the least bovine thoughts I've ever seen. What are you really? Yes, thank you. What the hells was that? How does an ox like yourself have such horrifying thoughts? This is not an ox. What are you really?
Keep quiet, and you won't have to find out.
Your secret, whatever it is safe with me.
Good little hero.
I'm worried that it's an enemy, but, you know.
Do you like our new friend? He's new.
Glad to see you made it. I am. Indeed I am.
Glad to see you made it too.
I remember you from the Grove with the Druid. I hoped to see you again. And now I have.
How'd you make it through the shadows?
On the double. One hoof quickly following the other.
Cute. Demon!
Karlak! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, 2 things. Good news and bad news.
Let's hear the bad. Which do you want to hear first, Carly?
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlak to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Let's let Demon speak. This sounds important.
Fine. Well, go on then.
I don't enjoy saying this, Karlak, but there's no 2 ways about it. Your engine is going to blow and I can't fix it. I'm not sure anyone can. It's simply too hot to exist here in the material plane. Unless you return to Avernus for good, this thing is going to blow. Sooner rather than later.
But still, you can give me something that will let me touch again, right? Safely.
Yes, but...
That's all I need to know. Do it. Please.
Go on, give him the iron. Let's make this happen.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long.
Sometimes it is quality of life over quantity.
Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Lay a hand on her, pull her into a hug, stand stock still. Stand there awkwardly. I love it. Let's pull her into a hug.
Thank you. I can't believe it. Thank you, Danon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you.
Again?
That engine of yours. It's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. Even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
We'll have to make the inevitable evitable then? What a sentence. First things first, Karlak. You have touchback. We ought to celebrate that. Thank you, Demon. I feel like option 3 is going to give us a cutscene? Or shape a cutscene? Since we are on the romance route. I like how that's not even, like, we don't say thank you to Demon. We just say, hey, Karlak, let's go try out this new ability to touch things. Good. A+. Thanks, writers. I gotta say thank you. I like the idea of grabbing that option, but I gotta say thank you.
Yeah. Apart from the doom and gloom, you've given me more than I could ever hope to repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck. Both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
All right. Here is Hellion's Heart complete. Karlak's heart was upgraded again, but Demon bore bad news. Her heart can't keep going outside of the Hells. Karlak will die if she doesn't return to Avernus. All right. I can talk to Karlak more. Welcome in, Big Grove Walker.
This is the best day. The best day.
I'm worried about what Damon said. I'm so happy for you. See, Karlak is happy.
I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
Anyone in mind?
I'm not sure. Depends who's got me in mind. Withers was giving me the old eye the other night. Then again, maybe it was just an old eye.
What about what Damon said about your engine? We need to get you back to Avernus or it's going to blow.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact.
Yeah.
I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
Yeah. It wouldn't be forever. You could return long enough for us to find a solution. We're a team. We make these kinds of decisions together. I want you to live. I respect your decision. Absolutely, I respect your decision.
Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best.
I love her so much! Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I put the starting time up on the Discord as well in the events.
Burning through our oil, but she'll just about do.
Just about?
Just about. I shouldn't hang around too long, though.
No! I didn't want to grab that.
The trader has no problem with you inspecting these goods, so long as you're willing to pay for them.
Thank you. Didn't want to take the... Didn't want to take the shield. Thank you, though. Necrotic resistance. Oil of accuracy. Oil of bane. Potion of animal speaking. Mind reading. Aberration slaying. That sounds helpful. Very rare. Arcane interference. Construct slaying. Darkness. Arrow, fire, ice. Many targets. Your target of poison, paralysis, or blindness. I haven't really run into status effects much recently. I am a little concerned that we are going to, though. Let's see. Defender Great Axe. Making your first attack in the round, you can reduce the weapon's enchantment by 1, increasing your armor class and saving throws by 1. Great Axe +1, Great Sword +1, Incandescent Staff. It's a little tempting to pick up, except I never have Will in the party. Will is wearing robes that augment fire damage, and this one grants resistance to fire damage and has Firebolt and Fireball as part of it. And ranged spell attack +1. So that would be a well-suited option for Will. Flaming Revenge. Unsuccessful saving throw against a foe's spell, deal 4 to 7 fire damage. This is basically Hellish Rebuke. And grants resistance to fire damage. Protection from missiles. Shield of Devotion. Gain 1 additional spell slot. Shield Bash. Foe hits you with a melee attack. You can use your reaction to knock it prone unless they are a dexterity saving throw. Is Will able to use a shield? Can he do sword and board? Because giving him a little bit of more AC would be really helpful. But I can't remember if Will can use sword and board. After dealing damage to an unarmed attack, the wearer gains +1 bonus to their save DC until the end of the turn. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, Set Your Sights is coming back at the end of the month. I'm excited for it. If you go up to the top of the channel list, there is a section for events. And those are Discord events that are put in mostly by the bards, but I have been trying to get better about putting up the Twitch streams again as well. Obscured, the wearer has advantage on saving throws. So this is like the spider silk armor that I already have, but it's all saving throws, not only constitution. And it gives me a +1 to stealth. And it's cheap. 510 gold, where the spider silk armor sells for over 1100. Wild. All right. The Mighty Cloth. Bull's Strength. You gain Bull's Strength and increase your strength score by 2 to a maximum of 20. Unwavering Bull. You cannot be pushed against your will and have an advantage on saving throws against being restrained. That feels like Karlach. What do I have for Karlach right now? Grievous Retribution. When an enemy damages the wearer gains Wrath for 1 turn. Tempting. Very tempting. I haven't really done much in the way of purchasing items. Would somebody mind looking to see if Will can equip a shield? Because I don't want to buy this shield. If he can't wear it. Ambusher. Gain a +1 initiative bonus. I already have a couple of armors for Shadowheart. Yeah, can you see if Will is able to equip a shield? Finally, a Cloak of Protection. I have been looking for a Cloak of Protection for so long. But there's this Shield of Devotion here that's a +2, like normal. You gain a spell slot, which would be great for Will. And you get shield bash and aid. Okay, good. I never give Will a shield. Two-weapon fighting. When you make an attack with your offhand weapon, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. Not what we're looking for. Amulet of the Harpers. Advantage on wisdom saving throws. Okay. Alright. I'll grab the Alchemist Fire. We'll give that to Karlak. I haven't really played along with the die system in this game. Alright. Let's move some things around here.
This place gives me the creeps. Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse.
Alright, so Shadow Clinger, while obscured, the wearer has advantage on saving throws. And +1 stealth all the time. Spider Silk armor gains a +1 bonus to stealth checks. So +1 to stealth.
Jaheira wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
An advantage on Constitution saving throws, but only while obscured.
Just about.
Just about.
So that's not
hang around too
quite
long,
as good as I thought. Still good. Not quite what I was looking for, though. We're going to keep the Spider Silk. The Mighty Cloth
Too dark to tell.
You better be, or I'm a dead man.
I bet they're close.
gives charge
Watching us. Not as long as we can put up a fight.
abilities.
Good man.
Cloak of Protection. I think I'm going to keep because I still have the lowest HP of everybody in the group. I'm going to give Will the fancy red cape.
Yeah.
And the
There's more where that
shield.
came
Do. Boots of speed.
I wish we had a bloody army.
I still have Troubadour's Wonder Whip.
I don't.
I do. Jaheira wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
What happened to my other necklace?
It should just about do.
Just about?
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
The pride of the gate.
Alrighty.
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Let's get this magic armor equipped.
This place gives me the creeps. Seen alleyways in
And the Warlock armor. Amp. There we go. Now Will's got some extra.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
God's blood, this is heavy.
It's for a good cause.
Aye.
Yeah, so
Alright.
that gives while obscured, advantage on saving throws and stealth. I don't know who else needs the stealth. For now, I'm going to send it to camp. The dex saving throws seem helpful. The wisdom saving throws are generally useful.
See any movement out there?
He only has a 10 for wisdom saves.
Dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching us.
Okay, I had... Did you just swap necklaces? Is that the deal? Yes. Okay, so Will has the Envoy's amulet now. And I have...
Let's get going.
The speaker
Yeah.
bed.
There's more where that came from. I wish we had a bloody army.
I don't.
I think I can only...
How's the barricade coming along?
It ain't pretty, but it can take a beating.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
This place gives me the creeps. Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works. Alright, Karlach's equipment. What do we got here? Alright, so we have the Blood Guzzler's Garb currently, which is the Grievous Retribution. Or we can use Mighty Cloth, which gives Bull Strength and Bull Rush. Okay. This is two-handed with reach.
Your Gravenguard's still alive, you reckon? He better.
Searing Smite.
Dead man walking. Aren't we all? Not as long as we can put up a fight, we're not.
Silences targets on hit.
See any movement out there?
Great Axe +1.
Too dark to tell.
I bet they're close. Watching us.
Faithbreaker is also just a +1. I wish that I could equip the pike
I wish we'd gear up and head
as the default ranged weapon.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
But the default ranged weapons, ranged weapons that I can equip are all like crossbow or bow, something that uses a projectile. And I am using the javelin as a projectile. But not in a way the game likes. But I'm only ever going to want to use the...
How's the barricade coming along?
the thing as a projectile. So I don't know.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't
Shadowheart has our Idol of Shar, and I am holding the Idol of Sloon. Okay. So from here, let's talk to these folks over here.
Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
No bother. I'm used to the Flaming Fists being impotent hard swipes. I expected a bit more decorum from a Flaming Fist soldier. What party am I crashing? He would absolutely be quippy. I expected a bit more decorum from a Flaming Fist soldier.
Want me to shine your boots while I'm at it?
Easy. He's a bit on edge since the incident.
A bit on edge, my arse. Not that you'll give a triple shot damn, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists. Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate himself.
The Absolute's taken him then. No question about it.
I was there in the aftermath. I don't suppose Councillor Floric made it all the way here. So what are you standing around here for? Well, good luck with all that. Say no more. Saving dukes is one of my specialties. I was there for the aftermath. Welcome in, friend.
Sure did. For all the good that does us.
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
Come on. We need to talk to Floric.
Guess you need to be a goddamned counselor to get room and board around here.
Bruh.
You better.
Why are you such a pain?
Aren't we all? Not as long as we can put up a fight, we're not.
Can't chat. I need to reinforce the barricade.
Let's head inside. There's food and warmth to spare.
Alrighty.
The Last Light Inn does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
Really? Aloe oil.
I don't.
So what's your build, Moonwalker?
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Swarthy Wayfarer in green. This is like the first time we've actually seen like nice plain clothes.
Is that Darkmoor the Wicked? I don't believe it.
Trinkets and doodads.
This territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood. Took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
All right, we're gonna save. Because if they want me to disarm, that's a lot to do.
Last Light's best bargains right here.
Aw, he's back. Hi, Mattis.
Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlak? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa!
Ever heard of the Blade of Frontiers, kid? If you like monster smashing, you might be a fan of his work.
Who's that?
A lovely chap. Didn't kick ass in the Blood War, but that's neither here nor there.
That's true. But he never got kidnapped by a devil either.
Huh?
Sorry, kid. Look, forget about us begrudges and bruisers. From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ha! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
Scamming with the greats? What kind of advice is that? Kid really looks up to you. That's nice to see. You were too nice to that little runt. Kid really looks up to you. That's nice to see.
It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Yeah.
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
Got any stock for an extra special customer like me?
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday.
I'd like to buy it from you. Mole said I could have it. If it's worth any coin, do you think Mole would have given it to you? Take good care of that key. I'd like to buy it from you.
This is a valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is The price isn't changing.
1,000 gold? That's way too little. Here, keep the change. 2,000 gold. You drive a hard bargain, it's a deal. No chance. That's too much money. I'll be back with the money. That's so expensive, my guy. I have a decent amount of coin right now. I think I want to exchange some of the stuff that I have in camp first. So I'll be back with the money.
Better hurry. I've got loads of interested parties.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock. Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
I heard you were ambushed by the cult. It sounded brutal. Zen is old, but Death Trap is a bit much.
Aye. Not a battle she's likely to put to song. Maybe we should have just surrendered. Zevlor begged us to. But they were toying with us. Making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... Maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
Yeah. Have hope. You survived. I'm sure the others did too.
Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
The other side of that, though, is that...
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
You know, there's... You can have sense and hope together.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
I heard what happened. People were taken to Moonrise.
I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first.
Ugh.
Then his tongue.
I've seen a lot of nasty ambushes in my time. That sounds among the worst. I'm sorry.
It just never stops. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here.
The apprentice wizard?
Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leo were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest.
Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you keep going.
One step at a time. I'll let you know when I figure it out. Danger is my life. I wouldn't change it for the world. When the night is dark, the stars shine brightest. So keep on shining. It's going to be all right. I take what I'm due and I don't look back. Don't complain constantly. It's very annoying. Especially speaking to another bard. I feel like the bard option is a great one.
Heart's Requiem, right? The hero survives a war and rebuilds her life, stronger than ever. A tale worth remembering. Especially now. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And God have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
I'm sure they're fine. Probably being held for questioning. Don't worry. I'll find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
The kid. Okay. All right. Should be back now. All right. Alfira told me you're the reason her and the kids escaped. I heard your siblings were taken by the cults. Kid's right. You need to lay off the liquor. I want to talk about your sorrows instead of drowning them. Alfira told me you're the reason her and the kids escaped.
Cute. Maybe she'll write a ballad about me. She can leave out the part where my brother and sister were dragged away screaming while I was saving the orphans. If you hadn't filled their heads with all that self-righteous heroic crap at the Grove, none of this would have happened.
Then it's my responsibility to bring them back.
They're my responsibility. You go save. Save the world, or your own arse, or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
All right. Seem to be doing a bang-up job of it right now, but you do you, I guess. All right. So the counselor.
Have you seen any treasure?
Perception failed.
Can't say I have. If I do,
There we go.
Promise?
promise, kid.
Is that the little kid that we saved from the sirens? Yeah.
This place is awesome! There's so much stuff!
Nice. All right.
If you like it, it means you're a grown-up.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Being a grown-up is awful.
Carefully now.
But she doesn't care.
Premium trinkets and doodads.
Scribbled notes. The journal script is antiquated, but its pages look like they've barely aged. How much longer must I languish here? I'd hoped to be in Baldur's Gate a 10-day ago, but that blasted toll house keeper won't accept my papers. When Father hears about this, he'll be furious. Something odd about this village. People skulk around like they've something to hide. Shrines to the Moon Maiden seem ill-tended and barren. I'd hoped to learn more about Ketheric Thorm, the village's leader. Or talk of him seems to put people on edge. I'm not sure I can bear another hour in this loathsome place. Snowburst Ring. When the wearer deals cold damage, they also create a 15-foot circle of ice around the target. That seems useful. Send it to camp for now.
I missed that! Awesome!
Baldur's Gate can't. If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience.
All right. I think this is the room where the other person we are looking for is. So, we need to camp here. And we need to chat with her. And then we need to talk with Jaheira. And we haven't looked at the second floor yet. But it is definitely time for a break. So, let's get settled in for that break. Hang on. Calm down. There we go. I will leave you all with some words on stream that you can enjoy over the break. Thank you for the hydrates and the self-care trifectas. Much appreciated. And I will leave you all with some words on stream. Thank you again to World Anvil for the support during this month. And if you want to check out World Anvil for yourself, you can click right over there and it'll get you set up to start a membership of your own. You can get a 1-month membership at $7, or you can get one of the higher memberships for more storage and more features. You can also start as low as $4.50 a month if you decide to commit for a longer time period. World Anvil is free to access and free to start. I use World Anvil for Palinurth and for my Duskfen game. All of my players are asked to make their characters on World Anvil so that I can mesh together all of the strange and weird web of interactions that they all have with the world. But I highly recommend it if you are a world writer, if you are a TTRPG player, if you like to record and expound on the worlds of anything. I was thinking earlier about what it would be like to put Baldur's Gate into a World Anvil and what that would look like to parse the in-depth lore that we get through this game. There's lots of ways to be able to use it. We also used it during the Ride a Mountain campaign in November when I was trying to get as much done of a publishable book as I possibly could. There's a manuscript section that is a cloud-sourced or a cloud-stored word processor that allows you to cross-link articles and things like that. So lots of awesome features in World Anvil, and maybe it would be of use to you. But for now, I'm going to leave you all to a break with some words on stream so that you can enjoy that over the break, and I will chat with you all shortly. think I need to grab myself a little bit of food as well. So I will see you all after the break. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you got yourselves a good stretch break. We are back and ready to continue on with what's next. So, let's see how we do in our next segment of Baldur's Gate, shall we? All right. I don't know who else we're supposed to talk to here. Oh, this looks exciting.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one.
The way we can just walk in here is hysterical to me. Have a good lurk, Catnip.
Any help from Jahir? He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Hells. I know that voice. Will? In Timora's name, what happened to you?
So
the
much.
Hells have had their vengeance, and I doubt they are done with me.
Ye gods. Fate has no shortage of troubles to burden us with. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers?
Not yet.
I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
He does. He does look fancy. He's wearing drow armor, which helps with the fancy. But I do love how he's turned out. Let's see. Lord Gortash? I thought he was no more than a counselor.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs,
like that?
We can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city.
I'm very
Don't
confused
count on me and assume
and
no
distracted
aid is
by
coming.
Floric's design.
Work with Jahira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance.
There's
Farewell.
something about the tone that doesn't look
We'll meet
right.
again,
Looks like
God's
bad
willing.
foundation. Karlak has something to say, but not Will. Interesting.
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this Steel Watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
Man like that has no place in power. Whatever the steel watch is, it must be impressive. Make him answer for what he did to you as soon as we get to the city. Whatever the steel watch is, it must be quite impressive.
You know what? It probably is. Man has a talent for nuts and bolts. Weapons, too. Hopefully, whatever he's made really is helping defend the city. I'm sure there's a catch, but I guess we'll find out when we get to the city. Home. Gods, I can't wait! Even Gortash can't spoil that.
Interesting. Alright, so we got all the Flaming Fist here. I kind of don't have much to... We left off... There's a guy over here.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
Catatonic.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
The name he mentioned, Thaniel. Who is that? Can he hear you? What's wrong with him? Let me have a look at him. I've never heard that tune. Might be an original composition. Yeah, let's start with the bard dialogue.
Maybe he was a musician.
Search his body for any indication of a preferred instrument.
You notice the distinctive calluses on the man's hands, the kind only developed from decades of playing the lute.
The name he mentioned, Thaniel. Who is that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him.
What's wrong with him?
A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even who want to be seeing you.
Let me have a look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
This might be some kind of magical affliction. Let's try it. Only a base of +2. But it's enough. It's enough.
He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
Did you already check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but
so I'll just put it in my pocket.
Anyway.
Flame color, do you know where you are?
If he does, he isn't sane.
Some parchment there. Looks official.
All right. Assignee, art color. Rank, flame. Objective, to obtain information about the current activities in Moonrise Towers and its environs. headed by Ketherick Thorm of the region's ancestral Thorm family. Take lodging in the Last Light Inn and begin investigation in the local House of Healing. Reports indicate corruption, but no corroboration has been obtained. Note, the Regent Thorm's family are long-standing devotees of Selûne, but rumors indicate a Sharan enclave might be gaining momentum. Investigate and report. Signed, Grand Duke Eltan.
Wonder what he found.
I have a feeling I need the journal and ring that I found in the other room. So, let's go to camp. I have a feeling we have a cutscene with Karlach available to us. First things first, let's get the ring, scribbled note. Do I maybe want to also bring a loot? Like an extra loot? I might also just be able to perform at his bedside. Not sure.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
Thank you.
Ooh, more.
Cutie. Why are they so cute?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Must pet dog. Yeah, this is the farthest I have gotten into the game. I have not. This is the most into the game that I have gotten. Yeah, we have an owlbear cub and we have Scratch. Oh, those are supposed to be Karlach's. I know, they're so cute. They're such cuties. All right. We just did a long rest, but Wah! Oh no. Not you again.
Playtime's over, pet. Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil, and a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers, and you're getting him out.
If this devil is so powerful, how did they manage to get captured? Big Grove Walker. Some of the process-oriented villagers wonder what you did to get OBS going again, namely me. Yes, clearly you are speaking on behalf of a group, Big Grove Walker. I waited. That's what I did. I waited. I don't like any of these options. Because, like, yeah, this is our problem now. How exactly? And it's because Will is a warlock. That's why it's a problem. If this devil is so powerful, how did they manage to get captured?
Will, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus.
Thanks for answering my
be a good boy
question.
and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be
Infuriating.
flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Oh, that's infuriating. To ask that question is an earnest concern, right? The dialogue that I chose was, how did he get himself captured? This is a devil, someone who is highly powerful, and we are still of the mortal plane. So finding out how this devil was captured is useful for infiltrating the area that we are trying to extract him from, right? And so she's like, well, if you don't do it, you're fucked. Great. We assumed that from the beginning. Give me the information I want. Like, I am actively trying to help her as much as I hate Mizora. And she still is like, fuck you, I guess. Like, come on. Idiotic.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Respond to Will in your mind. Trust me.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
We'll rescue this asset if you release Will from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Firstly, because you groomed him and conditioned him and left him without a choice, but, you know. Hello, Camille. How are we doing this morning? Welcome in. You could always let the cult infect the assets. I bet they'd make a loyal thrall. Remember all you can about devils and their contracts. Say you know a pact-breaking charm and chant a series of pseudo-infernal phrases as performance. That is my highest check. I really want to get Will out of this. My highest check is my performance check. Intimidation is a +6. History is a +5. Performance is a +7. I hear you. I hear you, Camille. I am already tired looking at this week's schedule. I don't know if you saw it over in the Discord already, but it is a full week for me. All right. Performance it is, I guess, which, like, I kind of love the idea that Greyford is taking a bardic move here as opposed to persuasion. I do think that in absence of persuasion, he would probably go for intimidation, but I like the idea of him bluffing his way through it. Oh, let's see. A 9! Come on. What is with these dice rolls today? So many rolls under 10 today.
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo! Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
One thing that I do appreciate about Missoura in this rendition is that it very clearly demonstrates the difference between devils and demons in the D&D lore. So devils are very much the letter of the law kind of evil. And we get to see that displayed very clearly with Missoura's character design. I hate Missoura. I hate that Missoura exists at all. And I hate that Will has to put up with the bullshit. But I appreciate the storytelling component for what it is. Because it's something that often gets confused in the lore, that demons and devils are essentially the same. But while they resemble one another, they do not behave in a similar manner at all.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow.
I'm mad for you
Missoura
too,
set
Will.
me on fiends inside and outside the hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stands for. Such an asshole.
She'll be gone soon enough. Do this mission and Missoura will free you from the pack. It's not like you have a choice. Do the mission or rot in the hells. I thought you were supposed to hunt devils. Doesn't this violate your contract? Any idea who this devil is that needs freeing? She'll be gone soon enough. Do this mission and Missoura will free you from the pack.
Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free.
A wise choice,
I can
Will.
already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this.
Yeah. I thought you were supposed to hunt devils. Doesn't this violate your
The
contract?
same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the blood war.
It's not going to happen. You mean too much to the Sword Coast.
And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right.
The cultists have taken your father to Moonrise Towers. Florix confirmed it.
Then we know our mission. All roads converge at Moonrise.
Can we trust Florix?
I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him.
The cult must have some reason for taking your father, but what? I feel like I know the answer to this question, but we'll see.
They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it.
Exactly. The Moonrise, then. We can't get the Absolute to take Grand Duke Ravengard.
We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
Hello, Gale.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
I always imagined Elminster to be more imposing.
The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. We offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
I don't understand. Can't Mystra just destroy the Absolute, or Elminster himself?
No doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it.
So that's it? You're on a suicide mission now? There's surely another way.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'll make sure we find it, Gale. I promise.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
See, the thing with that, though, is a being of magic has devised a plan, which means that a being of magic is only going to find magic as a solution. Beings of magic often forget more mundane solutions.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition.
What do you mean, naive?
Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads.
To destroy the cult and the evil and end its evil forever, I'm going to get rid of this worm and then get back to my life. Seize control of the cult ourselves? Yeah. Astarion out here being very, very chaotic neutral. Very self-serving. Okay, so Greyfort does a lot at risk of his own health, right? But I don't know that he would be fully altruistic in this moment. Like, I don't know that he is so naive to think that he can just end the evil of the cult on his own. So, like, his response is somewhere in between these two. So I think I'm gonna go with 2.
That's the obvious option, yes. But consider the alternatives. Just think. How many people have the Mind Flayers infected? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the Worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield.
evil power. I won't do it. And how would we do that exactly? Until we transform into mind flayers, you mean? It's a tempting idea. See, my issue with Astarion's Jag here is that the reason that Astarion is so intrigued by taking control of other people is that he has felt powerless nearly his entire life. Astarion has been under the thumb of Cazador since he was turned into a lesser vampire. And even before. And he has had to do other people's bidding for too long. And he thinks that the only way to get out from under that control is by having power himself. And specifically the same kind of power that Cazador has over him. What gets me is that it seems very heavy-handed in comparison to the conversations that we've had with Astarion in Act 1. So I'm not sure if it's just like a display of his temptation, or if it's something that I did that got him into this dialogue tree, but I don't know. It's interesting. But yes, Greyford is not interested in the evil power. No, thank you.
Power is just a tool. It's people that are good or evil. And even they can be a little bit, I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil.
Or we could just enjoy having all that power. Listen. If there were no risk, it would be an easy answer. The problem is that there is a huge risk, not only to ourselves, yourself included, Astarion, but also everyone else.
So much for thinking you had ambition.
I have plenty of ambition.
We're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
I am not interested in your brainwashing of people. Who's over here?
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mizora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
You heard Mizora. This is the last thing Will has to do for her, and then he's free. After what Will sacrificed to save you, it's time to repay the favor. If we don't help, Mizora will turn Will into a lemure. Could you live with that? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Greyford is a merchant, and he doesn't like having unbalanced favors.
I never forget what Will did. Not ever. I'm here because of him. And I'd do just about anything to help him. But devils never lose. You know that, right? Sure, they'll give you a bit of tat here and there. But the house always wins.
Yeah. That's what I'm concerned about as well. All right. We don't have any more dialogue. Have I not advanced the plot enough yet? Is that the problem? All right. Nothing. I thought for sure I'd get to talk to Karlak as a cutscene. Well, fine then. What you got, Scratch? All right. I need... my potions. Animal speech.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
Ah, what you got there?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Give pets. Because I need another torch. Did you know? Did you know I need another torch? Thanks, Scratch. All right. Time to leave camp.
Have a gander and the finest stones.
All right, let's see if this ring is helpful.
Monsters.
Just this voice from beyond. Self-care for streamer.
Shade where we are walking.
Okay, so this just gives me the opportunity to look for more indications of the instrument, which we know to be a lute. Thank you for the self-care trifecta. Oh, top play. Back there. All right. So I guess we need... I guess we need to find his loot. A Harper's Testimonial, the last stand of Ketheric Thorm, chosen of Shar. Pursuant text describes a battle between Ketheric Thorm's faithful and magical Harper forces. I do not know what magic the Dark Justiciars summoned to our plane, but if it came from the Weave, then let it be cursed for eternity. For 3 days we sieged the towers. For 3 days their dark bolts cleaved our ranks. On the 3rd day, as his men and women at last began to fall, Ketheric entered battle. Okay. Well, we gotta figure out where his loot is.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods.
To your very good health.
Ooh, Rogue Insight. Meet her stare head on as you examine her body language. You have to pardon my friend Karlak. She's very excited to meet you. Oh, so good. Nat 20. Let's go.
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison.
Mm-hmm. Let's try a medicine check. Situational niche. All right. 13. Plus 4.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jahira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
No, but it spoils my trust. Rogue, I prefer using Vinian's breath for interrogations. It doesn't carry a scent. You're bad at your job. Get good. Be more, Jahira. Jeez. Amazing.
No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after, I would have you standing on your own 2 feet.
Fascinating.
Bottoms up.
We'll drink the wine in good trust, and Shadowheart disapproves. Of course.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you.
Are you a vampire
Something
too?
Alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
I see now why you spiked my wine. The parasite is giving me powers I never had before. It is changing me for the better. Despite knowing you're under the effects of the drug, try to deny the tadpole has any influence over you. Bard, I've done so much since the crash. Who's to say the tadpole is that changed me? I wouldn't say it's changed me for the better. Yeah, I've done so much since the crash. Who's to say it's the tadpole that changed me?
You speak frivolously. I do not believe you grasp the cost of what we're dealing with. Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I?
Trust doesn't matter. I'll get the job done. That's all you need to know. You can trust me. What happened to me being the godsend you've been praying for? You can trust me.
Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
If he's back, perhaps you should have hit him harder in the first place. Who is, or was he? Tales of the undead are often exaggerated. Are you sure you killed him? Who is he?
General Gadrick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch
Why is
him
it always
pluck
with
out
the
like a
eyes with
splinter.
this game? Awful.
He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
You think I can kill him? What do you have in mind?
Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Ketherick's days are numbered. I'll make sure of it. You want to make use of my infection. I want to be cured of it. Seems like I'll be doing most of the heavy lifting. The glorious true soul Taylor Greyfort will be the performance of a lifetime. I'm not doing this. Ketherick's days are numbered. I'll make sure.
Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too.
Sure.
Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us. I like you. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this.
Oh, thanks.
Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketherick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
How do I reach him? The towers are surrounded by shadows.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Shadowheart's gonna love that.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Alright, where were the stairs? Here's the stairs. Oh look! We found Raphael! Should I let Ostarian be in the party?
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Hiss! I say hiss!
His Majesty. Easy, kitty. I mean you no harm. What's got your whiskers in a twist? Intimidation. Hiss! What's got your whiskers in a twist?
This is my territory, and you're in it.
My intentions were pure. I only wanted to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
Quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place? Quietly admire the cat. You seem like someone who knows what he's about. Heard anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes.
I love it. Noble feline. Greyford is inspired. Because of my noble background. That's amazing. I love it so much. Hey, look! We found Wolbrin! Or, Barkus. We found Barkus, who's looking for Wolbrin.
Ah! You found your way. Good.
I did, though a few hiccups along the way.
Nasty place, isn't it? My torch only just held out long enough for me to find my way here.
What are you making?
A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wolbrin.
Do I have milk in my inventory? No. We have a couple of, like, milk cans, but I don't think they have milk in them. So that would be entertaining. To see if we can bring it to him. How did Deep Gnomes get trapped in the towers? I thought that was your mission.
Let's call a thing a thing. A Deep Gnome won't get far into the Absolute's orgy of evil. We already learned that in the Underdark with those sadistic Dwergar, didn't we? It's doubly true in this place. You, on the other hand, have proven resourceful in such infiltrations. I'll do my part according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
All right, Marcus. I like the name. What's it do?
Let's not ruin the surprise, hmm? You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mom.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
All right. All right, chat. Do we let Astarion talk to Raphael? Raphael is sitting here playing a board game with Maul. Astarion said that he had interest in chatting with Raphael. So what do you think? Do we let him talk to Raphael or no? Because he's sitting right here. I need to find the other merchant, though, really quickly. And I'm gonna sell a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. There's more where that came from. Wish we had stones or steel.
Do it, see all the interactions? I don't think it's possible to see all of the interactions in a single playthrough. I think that there are things that are blocked. The other question is, do we keep Shadowheart in the party? Because Shadowheart is a cleric of Shar. So do we keep Shadowheart in the party for the conversation with the Selenite cleric? Or no? feel like it could go poorly. So do I keep her in? Okay. Harper's blade. Heavy crossbow. So many torches. Drow hood, ignoble hat. Mask of the shapeshifter, drow studded leather armor. Plain leather armor. Plain padded armor. Jewelry, books. Bottles. See, milk can. It's not a consumable though. All right. I am looking for the bag that has the... Aha! There we go. Dang it. Open. Open, says me. I am absolutely going to be encumbered, but great club, great sword, and crossbow, and axe, heavy crossbow, so many javelins, light crossbow, light hammer. Is there a difference between these two? Just style, I guess? Longbow. Thank you for the hydrate. Trying to get some more coin. Mace. Maul. Like pitchfork. Polished dagger. Rapier. Have a good lurk. What's interesting to me is that some of these weapons will have unique descriptions, even though the name and the asset is the same, which is intriguing to me. Like, why would it not have its own name if it was a unique item? Here. See, like the staff of the Moon Maiden. I want to be carrying it. All right. Heavily encumbered. I know. It's because we're going to sell all this stuff. Thank you for the caffeinate. All right.
Not as long as we can put up a fight with them.
Quartermaster.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Anything I could take off your hands at no cost to myself? Disadvantage. And encumbered. I can get a total bonus of plus 11. So assuming I don't crit fail. Plus 12. All right. Just don't roll a 1. Roll a 2. A 5. Not much better, but I'll take it. All that said and done, I ended up with a 17.
Cheeky. But, since you're asking...
Supply pack. Hey. Take some extra food.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
All right, let's see your wares. So, let's see what we got here. Let's do... Yeah, you have a ton of my money now. Let's turn off the tooltips for right now. I will outfit a small army with all of the things in my inventory. Don't worry about it. See, this is the real reason why I want a bag of holding. Adventurers could absolutely topple governments. Just by picking up all of the weapons of all of the things that they fight. Just need to organize a militia. And they could outfit them. And it would be fine. Don't even worry about it. It's ridiculous. It's wild to me. Will, why are you carrying a mace? You can't even use a mace. Alright. Let's get rid of some of these javelins as well. 4 is plenty. Now that we have the returning pike, I don't really need much in the way of the other stuff. Okay. There we go. 1891. So we can get a couple of things here. I'll take a greater healing potion. And some regular potions of healing. I think I'm out of my potion of speed. Arrow of lightning, arrow of ice. Specialized arrows of slaying are encouraging. I might get the incandescent staff for Gale. It's pricey though. Gloves of Balanced Hands would probably be really good for Astarion. There's so many others that are more specifically rogue themed, though. Hat of Uninhibited Kushigo, though. Like, this is such a cool item. Like, I don't care for it much for the bonus that it gives, though it is a good bonus. It's such a good item. Like, it feels like it has interesting lore behind it. You know? Coming upon a wise woman, Kushigo got drunk and grew maudlin, and told her about Irishi's scalping. She gave him some clothes, light and fine, and encouraged him to take his time to grieve. He did. And when he was ready, he fought again, uninhibited by steel or fellowship, for they only weighed him down. This is strong monk's robe vibes, right? I love that so much. Not useful for this situation, but all right. I have all of her gold though. I could just take back some of the weapons and stuff that I gave. Under Minor Elemental, Bone Chill, Mirror Image, Fireball, Fly, Cliff of Warding. At this point, I feel like I should just pick up the staff. For the inevitable point at which I have to put Gale into battle. Alright, basic +1 weapon. Can go. I do like the Searing Smite on Skybreaker. I don't want to get rid of most of these. let's see. Scroll of Aid. Cloud of Daggers I hardly use anyway. Animate Dead isn't going to get used. There we go. Now we got some coin back and some interesting items. Cool.
Take care now.
Alright. Now that that's done, go back in here. What do we want to change out here? Will? We gotta pull somebody from the group.
Don't be shy. Have a gander.
I suppose we could trade out Shadowheart here. And then put her back as soon as we have the conversation with Raphael. Where is Shadowheart? Hello? I don't like this campsite. This is very poorly organized. I don't like it. Withers, why are you invisible? My guy. Karlak. Are you over here? Oh, that's Withers. There's a Starian. I'll tell you what, though, his heavy-handedness at this point is not encouraging me to give him anything.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
He's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy named Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. Thaniel is no ordinary child. He is the very spirit of this land. If this fist knows where he is, then perhaps we can save him. Save everything. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Bye! It just... oofs out of existence. Alright. Where the heck is Shadowheart's tent? Hello? Is this Shadowheart? This is Shadowheart's tent. Good grief.
Karlak. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
None of us don't have... like, none of us have time left. Remember when you told me night orchids were your favorite flowers?
Rings a bell? Why?
So happens that I have one right here.
Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking. They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you.
Also, you have no idea how long I've been holding on
Anything to
to
give
it.
you in return, I'm afraid.
It's funny. It's just a token. I don't expect anything in return.
Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same.
Ethric Thorm, what do you think of him?
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
We should journey separately.
If you're sure.
No, I'm not sure,
Of
but
course.
I need a Starian in the
I'll
dialogue for
see
this
you in the
area.
evenings. Stay safe out there.
All right. Here's the white-haired drama queen.
So, the untouchable Karlak is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so, probably safest to skip it.
Probably.
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
And Astarion gets a level up.
What now? Watch your back.
I am gonna go full rogue for Astarion, though I have seen some interesting builds for Astarion that utilize a multi-class with what's the word that I'm looking for? Uses a multi-class with Shadow Monk, which I found rather interesting. Basically, it leans into his ability as a vampire. What did we accomplish recently? We've talked to Jaheira. We've done a handful of things. We discovered that perhaps one of the first members of the Flaming Fist is currently catatonic in the inn. Halsin's going to go look at him.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
But Astarion has been wanting to talk to Raphael the next time we saw him, so we are going to tempt fate and let Astarion be in the party when we talk to Raphael, who is apparently playing some kind of board game with Maul.
Good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me. I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it. For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Maul's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Fall back, protect your queen above everything else. You shouldn't be playing games with this man. He's a devil. Sorry, kid. I never played lance board. Rogue, rig the game with some sleight of hand. Yeah, that'll only go well with Raphael. Kalimshan fell because its nobility got cocky. Put pressure on his king. I like the bard idea.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that both Karlak and Astarion approve of that
How's
move.
that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
There's plenty about me you have no idea about. Is that why you're here, to play games? Just bugger off back to hell, would you? A list of my many hidden talents would stretch to Avernus and back. That feels right, yeah.
I can most certainly believe it. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. A long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
What are you talking about? What scars? Don't play games, Raphael. Help him out. This is a bad idea, Astarion. We should find another way. I don't think he knows. This could go any direction here, so I will put it to you. What do you think? Nub Nub says, I've decided to make applesauce on a whim post-grocery shopping. Homemade applesauce is amazing, especially if you have a slow cooker. Because then your whole house smells of spices that you put into the applesauce. It's all warm and cozy. I love it. It's so good. I actually have some applesauce in the cabinet. Maybe I'll open that up and partake. Sounds kind of nice. What do you think? What are you talking about? What scars? Don't play games, Raphael. Help him out. All Raphael does is play games. That's all he does. We should find another way, but I don't know that there is another way. Because the game is limited. I like the idea of being like, I don't think he knows. And then having Raphael, like, bluster about. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I don't think he knows.
Really? It's something very important to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details. But of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it and get back to you.
You'll get back to me. This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, when OBS failed, it might have disconnected, unfortunately. Yes, Will?
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
Not unlike you. Moll's an obstinate one. She's of a mind to team up with Raphael. There's no changing it. We need to warn her away from Raphael before it's too late. If the bargain's a good one, she should take it. She'll make the right decision. You'll see. We need to warn her away from Raphael before it's too late.
We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
And if she doesn't?
Then Raphael collects another trophy, and Mole sells her independence to the Hells. You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Mole would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
Alright. Where did Mole go? There she is.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
No, kid. No.
We have the rogue background. Take the deal if you want, but a word of advice. Let him get a little desperate first. Raphael is a real, literal devil. You and your soul are in danger. Let's try that +9. Four? Really? Horrible. I'm gonna use an inspiration. 5. What is it with these under 10 rolls today? Meets it, beats it at least.
You aren't joking. I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago.
What exactly did he offer you?
Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am.
Let's see if we can get out of her what he actually offered. This time it would... With advantage, I get 2 10s. What are these dice rolls? Rip.
He said he could get me and my gang to Baldur's Gate. I reckon he can do it too. Don't care what your law says. And also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves' Guild.
It might sound good, but it's not worth it.
Easy for you to say. You can do what you want, go where you want. My kids need protecting, and I'm gonna protect them. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours.
That's true. The cost is the problem, Maul. The cost is the problem.
One of the worst things about getting old. Watching kids make the same exact mistakes you made. And knowing there's absolutely nothing you can say to change their mind.
Yeah.
Then again, Mole's a hell of a lot smarter than I was at that age. Maybe she'll figure it out.
She will. She's clever. Frighteningly so.
True enough. She'll go far in the city. We've just got to get her there safely.
Alright. Astarion.
Yes?
Go to camp, please.
Darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Please just stay at
Well,
the camp.
you know where to find me.
I do. You sassafras. Alright, I need Shadowheart back. Lizel. Shadowheart.
Shah's blessings upon you.
And you. Join me.
All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Okay. Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright, I think we barely have time for me to go upstairs and start this dialogue.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Elfdale? Maybe not, Mom.
Well, I have to see, though.
Premium trinkets and doodah.
There's a loot. Picked up one loot. Harper Ridge. Curious why all of this is up here. Isabel's room.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the
Where am I going? What?
No traps, please.
Was it downstairs? Penciled shoes. Comfortable ash meadow outfit. That looks quite nice, actually. Selenite robe. And amulet. Slim fit outfit. This is the first time we've seen like fancy clothes. Why do none of the bottle racks have any bottles in them? Where is this cleric? They said she was upstairs and now I can't find her. Hello? Well, now where am I supposed to find her? Found her room.
Take it easy while you can. We'll keep the watch.
Where's the cleric? Downstairs now?
Last night's best bargains right here.
He told me to go upstairs to find her. Hello. Okay, now it says... Okay. Now it says upstairs. Why? Alright, we try again. Oh, aha, over there. Out here. Got it. Okay. Well, that took me longer than I anticipated. So, that being the case, we will head over here. And again, this is what this week is looking like. Thank you again, with support from World Anvil, that I am able to be here and spend this time with you when I can find it this week, because I've got 4 days with the second job. I will be back here starting at about the same time I normally end tomorrow for some co-working. We'll hang out. I'll be doing some admin stuff for Duskfen and MSVCon and some upcoming other projects. Tuesday, I will not be around because I've got some other stuff that I am committed to. And then, of course, I can't stream on Tuesday. But Wednesday and Thursday, I will be in the Discord for Ferret Business and Solidarity Sprints with Silver and Vexbatch, respectively. Friday, I'll be back at our normal time, 10 a.m. for some co-working and world building. And then Saturday, we will have Sword Art Online and the Saturday afternoon cartoon block. It is about that time. So I'm going to have a little look around here, see what's going on, see where folks are, what people are up to. This is an odd time for us to be heading out to share our love with the Twitch-verse, but let's see who's out here. Who we might go say hello to. We got some options. But we are slowly making progress with Baldur's Gate 3, little bit at a time. Of course, I have to explore all the things. I must know all the things. So we just look at all the stuff, and it is now taking forever because of that. But I'm still having a good time. Hopefully you guys are too. Let's see here. Who's out here doing fun stuff today? Hopefully so. We are going to head on out. So copy and paste those raid emotes into the chat. Let me know that you are ready to head out. And we're going to go share some love with Eldritch Podblast. So, as always, my friends, my name is Churney. These have been my adventures. I hope each and every one of you keeps adventuring as well. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will catch you next time right here in Mountain Shade Village. Good luck and keep adventuring.